In Moscow, drivers are waiting up to 30 hours in line for gas. 30 hours. And when they finally reach the pump, sometimes there's nothing left. In some cities, the waiting has turned into open fights between drivers. This is Russia, 3.5 years into a war it was told would take 3 days, and right now, it's running out of fuel. Here's how bad it actually is. New tracking data shows petrol is available at fewer than 3 in 10 filling stations across the entire country, down from 4 in 10 just 7 days earlier. In Moscow, it's even worse. Only 1 in 10 stations had regular petrol by midweek. Analysts say more than 80 regions are now affected. In some of them, there is simply no petrol. Not rationed, not limited. Gone. So what's causing this? One word: Ukraine. For months, Kyiv has been running a long-range drone campaign deep into Russian territory, hitting the one thing Russia's entire war machine and its economy runs on: oil. By early July, every single major refinery in Russia had been struck at least once. Not damaged by accident, targeted, repeatedly, and the strikes haven't stopped. Nearly a dozen more refineries were hit in the first 2 weeks of August alone. The result is staggering. Russian Forbes estimates that over half of the country's entire refining capacity has now been knocked offline. Daily fuel output has collapsed to around 75,000 tons, against summer demand of nearly 120,000. That's not a shortage. That's a war being fought with explosions, 2,000 kilometers from the front line, and it's working. This is Ukraine's strategy laid bare. It can't match Russia tank for tank, so it's going after the fuel tank instead. Every refinery fire is a message that Russia's economy is not untouchable just because the front line hasn't moved. And unlike a bombed bridge or a damaged runway, a refinery isn't something you patch up in a weekend. Repairs take months, sometimes longer, which means this pain isn't going away. It's compounding, and the Kremlin knows it. Moscow has extended its fuel export ban into next year. It's importing emergency fuel from Belarus, Kazakhstan, and, for the first time ever, Morocco. It's even reversed a decade-old ban on low-grade petrol, bringing back fuel that damages engines and pollutes far more, just to keep something, anything, flowing through the pumps. Putin's own response? Downplay it. He's called the damage non-critical, twice even as rationing spreads to nearly every region in the country, but ordinary Russians aren't buying the spin. And when they say so out loud, the Kremlin doesn't respond with fixes, it responds with arrests. In Volgograd, police detained 5 residents for filming a video complaint about unfair fuel access. One was jailed for 5 days. In Perm, a man was fined for mentioning a protest in a Telegram channel with 44 followers. 44. One Russia analyst put it bluntly: "This is Putin's biggest domestic challenge since the war began. Polling now shows a growing number of Russians want the war to end, even if only on Russia's terms. And with winter approaching, heating fuel is about to compete with petrol for the exact same broken supply chain. Ukraine can't win this war in Kyiv alone, but it may be quietly winning it at the pump. The situation in the war makes one wonder, could fuel be the thing that finally forces Moscow's hand?"
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to Mirror Now.